Welcome to our deep dive into the hidden world of artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to explore how AI has quietly embedded itself into the apps, devices, and tools we use every single day. From writing assistants to photo and video editors, from search engines to mobile operating systems, AI is no longer a separate tool. It is the invisible intelligence shaping the way we work, create, and live. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. That way, you won't miss any future explorations into the fascinating technologies that are quietly transforming our world. Get ready to uncover the AI you use every day, often without even realizing it. In 2024, artificial intelligence stopped being something people talked about and became something people lived inside. Global studies estimate that over 4.5 billion people interact with AI systems daily, often without awareness. Smartphones, search engines, cameras, banking apps, and navigation systems quietly rely on machine learning to function at modern expectations. What makes this moment different is not intelligence itself, but invisibility. The most influential technology of the decade no longer announces its presence. It blends into normal behavior, shaping decisions, saving time, and reducing friction while remaining largely unnoticed. This is the story of how intelligence disappeared into software, and why that disappearance matters more than any breakthrough headline. In the early days, artificial intelligence demanded attention. Users typed commands, waited for responses, and adjusted expectations. AI felt experimental, slow, and separate from everyday life. Adoption required curiosity and patience. Today, that barrier is gone. Industry data shows that over 80% of consumer software now includes AI-driven features, embedded directly into interfaces users already understand. There is no learning curve, no instruction manual. Intelligence meets users exactly where they are. This shift changed behavior forever. When technology stops asking for permission, it becomes infrastructure. Consider the modern smartphone. It wakes before the user does, predicting alarms based on sleep patterns. It filters spam calls automatically. It enhances photos in real time. It adjusts battery usage based on habits. None of these actions require commands. Researchers estimate that the average smartphone runs hundreds of AI inferences per day, yet most users would struggle to name even one. This is not ignorance. It is success. When intelligence becomes seamless, it fades into the background. And when something fades into the background, it becomes trusted. Trust is the currency of embedded AI. Unlike visible tools, invisible systems must be reliable, consistent, and quiet. Errors feel personal. Success feels natural. This is why modern AI design prioritizes subtlety over spectacle. Instead of dramatic outputs, systems aim for small improvements repeated thousands of times. One corrected typo. One optimized route. One filtered email. Individually minor. Collectively transformative. The revolution did not arrive with noise. It arrived with convenience. Writing was one of the first domains to fully absorb embedded intelligence. Email platforms began suggesting responses. Document editors predicted sentences. Messaging apps completed thoughts. Studies show that AI-assisted writing reduces composition time by up to 40%, not by replacing human thought, but by removing hesitation. Writers still decide what to say. The system helps decide how to say it faster. The cursor became a collaboration point, not between humans, but between intention and intelligence. Over time, users stopped noticing when assistants appeared. The suggestions felt natural, almost expected. When AI disappeared for a moment, the absence felt like friction. This reaction reveals a critical truth. Once intelligence integrates into workflow, removing it feels like regression. Embedded AI does not compete with older tools. It replaces expectations. The baseline has shifted. Image editing followed the same pattern. Once reserved for professionals, complex editing tasks became single-tap actions. Background removal, lighting correction, face enhancement, and object cleanup now happen instantly. Behind the scenes, neural networks analyze millions of visual patterns. To the user, it feels effortless. Press once. Done. When complexity collapses into simplicity, adoption accelerates without resistance. Video production once required time, expertise, and expensive hardware. Today, AI organizes clips, balances audio, stabilizes footage, and generates captions automatically. Media studies estimate that AI automation has reduced basic video editing time by more than 50%. The creator shifts from technical labor to creative decision-making. Embedded intelligence does not replace creativity. It protects it from exhaustion. Search quietly underwent the most dramatic transformation. The old internet rewarded clicking and scanning. The new internet prioritizes answers. Instead of 10 blue links, users receive summaries, explanations, and actions. Search engines now predict intent, not just keywords. The result is faster resolution and fewer steps. Search is no longer a destination. It is a layer embedded into every digital interaction. As AI became embedded, user patience changed. Waiting feels unnecessary. Manual effort feels outdated. Friction feels broken. This psychological shift explains why standalone AI tools struggle to retain users. People do not want to leave their environment to access intelligence. They want intelligence to live inside their environment. Context is everything. In enterprise software, embedded AI became unavoidable. Customer support systems suggest replies. Analytics platforms surface insights automatically. Scheduling tools optimize time without requests. Organizations report that AI-embedded workflows increase operational efficiency by 20 to 35%, primarily by reducing decision fatigue. Fewer clicks, fewer steps, faster outcomes. Efficiency becomes culture. Developers experience the change firsthand. Code completion, bug detection, test generation, and documentation now happen in real time. Surveys show that over 70% of professional developers rely on AI assistants daily. The most valued tools are not the most powerful, but the least intrusive. The keyboard became a conversation, not a command line. Two forms of intelligence now coexist. One operates quietly in the background, preventing failure and optimizing performance. The other interacts directly, assisting creation and decision-making. The most successful systems blend both. Visible when helpful, invisible when not. This balance defines modern AI design. The reason this matters extends beyond convenience. Embedded intelligence reshapes how humans think about effort, skill, and time. When assistance is always present, the question changes from how to do something to what to do next. Strategy replaces execution. Judgment replaces mechanics. This is not automation. It is elevation. History shows that the most powerful technologies eventually disappear from attention. Electricity, GPS touchscreens, the internet itself. AI is following the same path. And when intelligence becomes infrastructure, society reorganizes around it. The quietest revolutions last the longest. As intelligence embedded itself into software, users began to change without realizing it. Expectations rose quietly. Tasks that once felt impressive now felt basic. Delays that were once tolerated now felt broken. This shift created a new standard of interaction. Software was no longer judged by features, but by how little effort it required. The best systems felt almost invisible, responding before frustration could even form. Convenience became the new benchmark for intelligence. Mobile operating systems were the first to fully embrace this philosophy. AI manages memory, power consumption, app behavior, and security continuously. These systems learn patterns unique to each user. Studies show that modern phones reduce battery drain by up to 30% using machine learning alone. No buttons. No configuration. No awareness. The intelligence works silently, optimizing thousands of micro-decisions every day. Photography reveals another layer of embedded intelligence. When a photo is taken, dozens of models activate simultaneously. Exposure, focus, noise reduction, color correction, and facial recognition happen in milliseconds. What the user sees is a single image. What happens underneath is a conversation between algorithms trained on millions of examples. The photo feels natural because the complexity never surfaces. This invisibility creates a paradox. The more advanced AI becomes, the less impressive it appears. The absence of friction feels ordinary, but ordinary at scale reshapes behavior. People take more photos, write more messages, create more content. Consumption accelerates because effort decreases. Embedded intelligence amplifies human output quietly and consistently. Video platforms adopted the same approach. Algorithms select thumbnails, optimize encoding, adjust playback quality, and recommend content based on subtle behavioral cues. Viewers rarely notice these systems, yet they shape attention more than any creator decision. Retention curves, watch time, and discovery are driven by invisible optimization. AI does not create the content. It decides which content survives. In business communication, embedded AI changed tone itself. Email suggestions softened language. Chat tools rewrote messages for clarity. Misunderstandings decreased. Research indicates that AI-assisted communication reduces workplace misinterpretation by measurable margins. Fewer conflicts. Faster resolutions. Intelligence does not only optimize systems, it optimizes relationships. Calendar and scheduling tools evolved quietly. Meetings shortened. Conflicts resolved automatically. Time blocks adjusted dynamically. What once required coordination now requires trust. Users allow systems to manage their time because the systems consistently improve outcomes. Time becomes something optimized, not negotiated. Behind every recommendation is a prediction. What you might want, what you might skip, what you might ignore. These predictions improve with invisibility. When users stop thinking about the system, their behavior becomes more natural. Data becomes more accurate. Feedback loops strengthen. Embedded AI learns better because it interrupts less. In financial applications, invisibility became essential. Fraud detection systems analyze transactions in real time, flagging anomalies instantly. Banks report that AI-driven fraud prevention stops billions in losses annually, often before customers notice anything wrong. The most successful financial AI never speaks. It simply prevents disaster. Healthcare followed cautiously. Embedded intelligence assists imaging, triage, monitoring, and scheduling. AI flags anomalies for doctors rather than replacing them. The system acts as a second set of eyes, never tired, never distracted. When lives are involved, invisibility must be paired with trust. Wearable devices represent one of the purest forms of embedded AI. Heart rate, movement, sleep cycles, and oxygen levels generate continuous streams of data. The device does not overwhelm users with raw numbers. It surfaces insights only when patterns matter. Intelligence becomes guidance, not noise. The workplace itself adapted. Performance dashboards highlight risks automatically. Supply chains adjust forecasts dynamically. Logistics routes optimize continuously. Executives no longer ask for reports. Reports arrive pre-interpreted. Decision-making accelerates when information arrives already processed. Developers notice something subtle. The best AI tools required the least attention. Pop-ups frustrated. Interruptions slowed flow. Tools that whispered suggestions inside the editor became indispensable. Tools that demanded prompts faded away. Placement mattered more than power. This shift exposed a critical insight. AI does not need to be impressive. It needs to be present at the right moment. A mediocre model placed perfectly outperforms a brilliant model placed poorly. Context beats intelligence. As more systems adopted embedded AI, users stopped learning interfaces. They expected systems to learn them instead. This reversal marked a historic change in human-computer interaction. Software adapts to behavior, not the other way around. The burden of understanding moved from humans to machines. The psychological impact is subtle but profound. Reduced friction increases confidence. Tasks feel approachable. Creativity expands. People attempt things they would have avoided before. Not because they became experts, but because assistance feels guaranteed. embedded AI lowers the cost of trying. This explains the explosion of user-generated content. Writing, editing, publishing, and sharing require less effort than ever before. Platforms did not create creativity. They removed resistance. Intelligence did not inspire. It enabled. Yet invisibility comes with responsibility. When systems act quietly, mistakes feel mysterious. Errors feel personal. This is why modern embedded AI emphasizes consistency over experimentation. Reliability matters more than novelty. Trust is built slowly and lost instantly. Regulators and designers face the same challenge. How do you govern something users barely see? Transparency becomes less about explanation and more about outcome. Does the system help? Does it harm? Does it respect boundaries? Invisible power demands visible accountability. History shows that infrastructure shapes society more than tools. Roads changed cities. Electricity changed industry. The internet changed communication. Embedded intelligence is reshaping cognition itself. How people think, decide, create. The effects are only beginning to surface. By 2025, artificial intelligence had embedded itself so deeply into daily life that most users no longer recognize it as AI at all. A recent survey found that although 90% of Americans use AI features on their phones, only 38% realize those features are AI-powered, even though they rely on autocorrect, call screening, weather alerts, and camera modes every day. This reveals a quiet truth. People no longer think of these abilities as intelligence. They think of them as normal functions. That shift from novelty to expectation is the hallmark of embedded AI. Mobile apps have become one of the largest vectors for embedded intelligence, shaping user experience without standing out as a separate tool. Over 60% of app developers worldwide say they've integrated AI features directly into their apps, and 65% of the top-grossing apps today rely on AI for recommendations, personalization, or automation. From simple product suggestions and shopping apps to dynamic content feeds, these hidden models influence engagement, behavior, and consumer satisfaction across billions of devices every day. Consider how AI improves search and personalization in everyday apps. Nearly 44% of mobile apps use AI-driven personalization algorithms to tailor content and experiences to each user, while AI-powered chatbots handle as much as 80% of customer interactions in many apps where users never speak to a human. This isn't futuristic speculation, it's the lived reality of modern smartphone users. Behind every tailored playlist, suggested video, and FAQs answered instantly lies invisible intelligence. AI isn't only about convenience, it enhances security too. Mobile banking apps use machine learning to detect suspicious transactions, and some AI-based fraud detection systems have helped reduce fraud cases by as much as 70%. Users may never see the code analyzing their behavior, but when a bank blocks a fraudulent charge before it hits an account, that intelligence becomes trust itself. Healthcare and fitness apps show how embedded AI can affect well-being. Over half of mobile health apps now use AI to monitor health data in real time, alerting users to anomalies and tracking progress more precisely than standard trackers ever could. Whether it's predicting sleep disruption or suggesting workout adjustments, embedded intelligence turns data into guidance without fanfare. Artificial intelligence is also transforming how content reaches us. Behind many social media feeds and video recommendations are models trained to predict what will keep users engaged. This personalization accounts for a large share of time spent in apps. Sometimes more than 70% of user activity in content-driven apps is driven by AI-based suggestions. Users may think they're choosing content, but AI is quietly steering attention. AI assistants on mobile devices are now ubiquitous. Voice interfaces and chatbot integrations are embedded into over 85% of modern smartphones and apps worldwide. These features can set reminders, answer questions, translate speech in real time, and even identify objects via camera, all without launching a separate AI app. The intelligence lives within what users already do every day. Some AI-powered tools are becoming platforms themselves. For example, Google's AI Assistant app has amassed over 450 million monthly active users globally, demonstrating how quickly users adopt intelligent services when they're integrated into familiar ecosystems. Meanwhile, other AI apps like Meta's AI features reach millions of daily users, showing not just novelty but sustained engagement. Developers see real ROI from embedded AI too. Personalized experiences in apps boost retention rates by up to 25%, and more than 70% of users prefer apps that include AI-driven personalization. This isn't academic projection, it's reflected in real user preferences and retention metrics across major app categories. When users feel understood, they stay longer, use more features, and recommend the app to others. Embedded AI isn't only in consumer apps, it's changing productivity too. Document editors complete sentences contextually. Email apps rewrite drafts for clarity and tone. Calendar apps suggest meeting times based on habits, reducing scheduling friction without a second thought. To the user, it feels like instinct; to the system, it's prediction. In entertainment, AI powers recommendation engines that analyze users' behavior to suggest videos, music, and shows. Whether it's a playlist on a music platform or video recommendations on a streaming service, the content you see next is influenced by models trained on millions of interactions. This intelligence makes platforms feel intuitive rather than random. Across industries, embedded AI features have become standard for innovation. Health monitoring, fraud detection, personalized marketing, adaptive UX, and voice assistants are no longer fringe capabilities. They are expected features that define competitiveness in the app economy. When intelligence becomes expected, it changes the definition of normal. As this invisible layer grows, users begin to forget that intelligence ever existed separately in the first place. Autocomplete feels like instinct. Personalized ads feel relevant. Instant search feels obvious. This is the quiet power of embedded AI, not to surprise, but to satisfy without interruption. By 2025, people encounter AI every time they unlock their phones, open search, or ask a question out loud. For instance, Google Search now uses generative models like Gemini to provide summaries, suggested next steps, and contextual responses rather than just blue links. Millions use this daily without thinking about the intelligence beneath it. Meanwhile, Apple's Siri and Google Assistant respond to billions of voice commands monthly, from setting alarms to translating languages, without a separate AI app. People think they're talking to their phone, but behind the scenes are deep neural models that interpret language, intent, and context with remarkable accuracy. This is intelligence so integrated that users forget its intelligence at all. Writing and communication apps have become another major conduit for embedded AI. In Gmail and Microsoft Outlook, the Smart Compose feature suggests entire phrases, speeding up email drafting. In document editors like Google Docs and Microsoft Word, AI-powered rewrite and summary suggestions help people finish work faster. Microsoft claims that AI-powered editing tools reduce repetitive revision cycles significantly, empowering users to focus on ideas rather than mechanics. Users may not shout about AI while composing, but their productivity reflects it. Content creation tools have embraced embedded intelligence across industries. Canva, one of the most popular graphic design platforms, includes AI features that automatically remove backgrounds, generate text, and suggest layouts, all inside the app interface without a separate AI tool. Similarly, Adobe's Creative Cloud apps like Photoshop and Premiere Pro use Sensei AI to power functions like neural filters and automatic subject selection. These features help creators of all skill levels produce professional-grade work faster than ever before. This is embedded intelligence democratizing creativity. Streaming platforms like Netflix and Spotify rely on recommendation systems that suggest shows, movies, and music based on viewing and listening patterns. These engines analyze billions of interactions daily to personalize each user's experience. For many users, the algorithm's suggestions feel like intuition. What they don't realize is that complex models trained on massive datasets determine those recommendations, helping people discover new content every time they browse. Shopping apps use AI as well. Amazon and similar marketplaces recommend products based on browsing history and purchase patterns. This personalized experience increases engagement and often doubles conversion rates compared to static catalogs. In social commerce, TikTok's For You feed and Instagram's Explore page use AI to curate content and products that align with individual behavior. Users scroll because the system predicts their preferences, a quiet but powerful influence on consumer choice. Navigation apps like Google Maps and Waze continuously integrate machine learning to route drivers around traffic, predict arrival times, and suggest alternate paths. These systems work in real time using data from millions of devices, reducing commute times for users globally. Riders don't think about algorithms, they think about arriving on time. That is the essence of embedded AI, expectation without explanation. Modern social platforms also host embedded AI assistants. Snapchat's My AI and TikTok's AI chat features interact with users inside apps with millions of daily active users. These integrations allow people to ask questions, generate ideas, or play games, all without leaving the platform. These experiences feel like part of the app, not an add-on. Health and fitness apps incorporate AI to provide deeper insights. Apps like Fitbit and Apple Health use machine learning to track sleep stages, heart rate variability, and movement patterns. When the device alerts a user to irregularities or suggests lifestyle adjustments, it's not magic, it's intelligence learned from aggregated data. Users trust these suggestions because they come from systems woven into what they already use. Productivity apps, Notion, Evernote, and Todoist among them, now embed generative AI to help summarize notes, rewrite tasks, or visualize plans. Teams use these features to coordinate work more efficiently without switching tools. This means less context switching and more focus, the kind of optimization that feels invisible but changes how people work. Search engines beyond Google, like Bing with its AI chat integration, aim to become conversational knowledge assistants. Users type questions not just for links, but for explanations, step-by-step guidance, and interactive summaries. The result: search evolves from information retrieval to intelligent recommendation and synthesis. Chatbots have moved from novelty to necessity. On e-commerce sites, banks, and service platforms, AI chat features handle common customer questions instantly. Whether it's checking a bank balance, booking a flight, or finding product specs, AI supports users without human intervention. This is productivity at scale. Voice interfaces extend beyond phones. Smart speakers like Amazon Echo and Google Nest respond to commands for music, reminders, weather, and home automation, integrating AI into the physical spaces people live in. Users speak naturally, and the system responds, blurring the boundary between human and machine communication. Gaming platforms leverage embedded intelligence to improve NPC behavior, automated testing, and recommendation of game content. Players may not be conscious of it, but AI models shape experiences to be more responsive, customized, and engaging. Embedded AI in entertainment becomes part of pleasure itself. Customer support systems embed AI to route inquiries, recommend replies, and escalate issues intelligently. In many large companies, AI responds to more than half of initial inquiries, guiding users before human agents ever intervene. This improves response times and user satisfaction. Weather apps use AI to predict microclimates and severe conditions with growing accuracy. These predictions save lives by alerting millions before storms, floods, or heat waves. Users see an alert. The intelligence powering it remains unseen. Embedded AI also helps bridge linguistic boundaries. Translation features in messaging and browsing apps now support dozens of languages, allowing people to communicate instantly without specialized tools. Language becomes fluid. Barriers diminish. In finance, apps like Robinhood and traditional banking platforms use AI for fraud detection, personalized advice, and credit risk evaluation. When abuse is prevented or a transaction flagged, users often never realize their safety was AI-powered. This quiet guardian is now standard. AI-powered writing assistants like Grammarly help millions reduce grammar errors, adjust tone, and improve clarity. These tools plug right into browsers and word processors, assisting without disrupting workflows. People don't think AI wrote this, they think this reads better. Learning apps like Duolingo and language platforms use AI to adapt lessons to a user's pace. The curriculum changes in real time based on strengths, weaknesses, and response patterns. This is personalized education at global scale. Even email spam filters, used by billions around the world, rely on AI to catch malicious or unwanted messages. Users don't see the model working, but they feel the result: a cleaner inbox. Invisible defense becomes expected hygiene. Navigation for the visually impaired uses AI to describe surroundings, read signs, and assist movement. This technology transforms accessibility, making independence possible where it once was difficult. Intelligence that empowers lives is more than convenience, it's impact. As these examples spread across billions of users, from search and messaging to health and security, it becomes clear: embedded AI isn't just a feature. It's the backbone of modern digital interaction. Millions use it daily. Most don't name it, but their behavior reflects its influence. Artificial intelligence has quietly woven itself into nearly every aspect of modern life. From smartphones to streaming platforms, from productivity tools to banking apps, billions of people rely on embedded intelligence every day, often without even realizing it. What once required separate tools and attention now works seamlessly in the background, optimizing tasks, enhancing creativity, and improving decisions. The future of AI is invisible, intuitive, and integral. It is no longer something we use, it is something we live with. From writing assistants like Grammarly, to navigation in Google Maps, to content recommendations on Netflix and TikTok, embedded AI is shaping how we think, create, and interact with the digital world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden world of AI, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us bring more insightful explorations like this directly to you. Thank you for watching, and remember, the smartest systems are the ones you never notice, but you rely on every day.